அவளும் நானும் அமுதும் தமிழும் அவளும் நானும் அலையும் கடலும் அவளும் நானும் தவமும் அருளும் அவளும் நானும் திங்களும் புகழும் அவளும் நானும் and it was actually recorded for OK Kanmani. அவளும் நானும் தவமும் அருளும் audio launch / performance of and like a whole live recording of this whole album, you know. So it's completely something different. The way he tweaked the sound and how suddenly my voice and the overall the rhythm, everything just like kind of boomed out. Like it was crazy. It was amazing how his touch was just magical.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning more than 3 decades. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, discover the top take as we uncover the wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this musical moment of the day. Achcham Yenbadhu Madamaiyada or AYM, directed by Gautham Menon. Music by A.R. Rahman. Released in 2016, AYM, a romantic action thriller, simultaneously made in Tamil and Telugu. Simbu led the Tamil version, while Naga Chaitanya starred in Telugu. Manjima Mohan made her debut in both languages. And Baba Sehgal, India's first rapper, appeared as a corrupt cop in both versions. The film featured 5 songs, all placed in the first half. Avalum Naanum, meaning she and I, a poem by rationalist Bharathidasan, known for its profound metaphorical expression of love. Avalum Naanum அமுதும் தமிழும். For this tender piece, A.R. Rahman turned once again to Vijay Yesudas, continuing a legacy in sound. அவளும் நானும் அமுதும் தமிழும் அவளும் நானும் மலையும் கடலும். அவளும் நானும் and it was actually recorded for OK Kanmani. So the poetry that we were selecting, that they were selecting, and they were kind of choosing different lines, and they were narrating it to me. And then when you went to sing for OK Kanmani, it was being recorded for OK Kanmani, and I had sung it like more like a very rustic, and that's what he wanted. And he was like more like a Bruce Springsteen type of feel. So it was like more like Avalum Naanum அமுதும் தமிழும் அவளும் நானும் அலையும் கடலும். Like this, it was like this, like not this much, but like somewhere a little closer to this. And then we recorded like that, and then it never, I think it didn't fit in with the film or somewhere. It didn't sit there, and so I think Mani sir was not going to use it, and they recorded another song in that place. And what I heard was that sir didn't, like Rahman sir didn't, again, like a second instance where he didn't just let it just go off without being in the film. So he, this is just like a random thing that I heard. I'm not sure if it's true. I'm guessing it could be, because I think Gautham Menon sir is a kind of is a person who kind of eventually, when sir kept the song for himself, and I think about 6 months later he heard it. Then about another few months later, I went back in to record it again in a more like my voice, and he said, you just sing the first few lines. So I was singing it, and sir said, "Hey man, you're sounding good. You want to just record the whole thing?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And then I kind of recorded the whole thing, so in a more fresh voice. So that's how Avalum Naanum ended up coming in Achcham Yenbadhu Madamaiyada. So.
Vijay, let's confirm what you are saying is true or not. For Rahman Music Sheets, we interviewed Mr. Gautham Menon, and this is what he said about this song.
Avalum Naanum, I walked into the studio and he said, "Hey Gautam, so there's a song that I made for Mani sir. In fact, they went to film for OK Kanmani, but I think he's not using that song now. So the song is all done and everything. Would you like to listen to it?
Avalum Naanum Amudum Tamizhum.
And now there were two words in that I really liked. One was, of course, Mani Sir. It was made for Mani Sir. And the second one was, it's a ready song. Song is ready, he said. I said, sir, I'll take it. There was no need to listen to it. He said, no, just listen to it and figure out if this will work for you. You know, you have that opening montage song where they travel and all that. They see the sunrise. I said, sir, it's perfect. After I listened to the song, I said, this is perfect. It's not an out there commercial number. It's not the regular love song that Rahman makes. It was a very, very, very simple song, you know. But somewhere it stirred something in me, touched something in me. And I said, sir, I'll take this. There's no two ways about it.
So yeah, it's true. I know. I mean, I kind of know it's true, but I was just making sure.
Vijay, you have sung many songs for Mr. Rahman. Has there been anything unusual that you might have noticed when he was around? And do you generally sing on bare track?
I think you never know with Rahman sir's recording when you go in. If it might sound like a very almost finished track sometimes. Sometimes there have been instances where it sounds very like rough track. But then the way it comes later, like Avalum Naanum, I just kept singing on like kind of a loop in the same place, and I think it was kind of not finished. But then I think a little bit of that guitar was there, and that's it. But then how it, you know, like came out later. I think Sitire Nila was a little more kind of a basic track. Again, it was the way it was, you know, climbing towards the end, and it, you know, like it was just the way it finally came out is so different, you know. Like I said, even for Sahara, I really didn't know how it's going to end up coming, and that there was a reprise version or whatever. I didn't have any idea that it was going to sound like that. I think Sir has just some kind of a magical thing when he finally, after the initial programming and the initial arrangements and all that, and then when he puts his hands on them, it just, you know, like falls in, like it's just like he sprinkles something and it just something happens. I've actually experienced that with a new studio as well when I was singing, and he came in and then he just came in and then I recorded it and then he was listening to it, and the way he tweaked the sound and how suddenly my voice and the overall the rhythm, everything just like kind of boomed out. Like it was crazy. It was amazing how his touch was just magical. The way he works kind of changed my persona of how you go and you sit and learn the song. And because Raja sir's thing was a lot different. We go at 7 o'clock in the morning, you sit and learn the song for an hour, and then with the person who teaches you, and then you get into the song, and then you go and you record, and he'll correct you there and whatnot. This was like you learn the song, you quickly listen to the song, you quickly get into it, go into the booth, and then you start working on it. And it took me a lot of recordings to kind of get used to that, but it kind of helped me with a lot of other songs as well. And then I started picking up songs, because in this industry that's kind of needed, because you get that 3 hours to go and 3-4 hours maybe to go and just record. If you take any longer, then you're considered maybe generally slow, or generally like, oh, he's struggling to sing, or like, you know, there's always these different personas. So then you just have to be on top of your game when you go there, and that kind of helped me. And with another music director, a few music directors in Malayalam as well, that was something that it helped me, you know, kind of get on top of the tune and whatnot. So I think Sir made things very relaxed, I think, in the studio.
Vijay, before we move ahead, can you sing few lines of Avalum Naanum?
Yeah, sure.
Avalum Naanum Amudum Tamizhum அவளும் நானும் அலையும் கடலும் அவளும் நானும் தவமும் அருளும் அவளும் நானும் வேறும் மரமும் ஆளும் நிழலும் அசைவும் நடிப்பும் அணியும் பணிவும் அவளும் நானும் அவையும் துணிவும் உழைப்பும் தழைப்பும் அவளும் நானும் அளித்தலும் புகழும் அவளும் நானும்.
इस हफ्ते बाहुबली फिर से मैदान में अपनी कीमत आजमाने रिलीज हुई बाहुबली द एपिक धमाके के साथ।
बरसों से कैद एक बेचारा।
सर मेरी यहाँ फटी पड़ी है, आप शायरी पेल रहे हो।
तेरी 1 मिनट में फट गई, यहाँ बरसों से फट फट के गुफा हो गई।
थामा, क्या ऑडियंस की चॉइस बन पाई? एक दीवाने की दीवानियत, उम्मीद से ऊपर, क्यों और कैसे?
आपको सुन के खुशी होगी पिताजी कि मैंने 100 करोड़ का ऑफर रिजेक्ट कर दिया है। क्या? और आपकी फिल्म सितारे जमीन पर को YouTube पे डाल दिया सिर्फ 100 रुपए में। क्या? सिर्फ 100 रुपए में?
सितारे जमीन पर नए सपनों की उड़ान YouTube पर रिलीज कर आमिर खान ने क्या खोया क्या पाया? कौन चल रहा है, कौन फिसल रहा है और कौन कर रहा है पैसा वसूल? वेलकम टू बॉलीवुड बॉक्स, फिल्मों में पैसे का खेल। Every Sunday only on O2 India. Find its link in the description.
99 Songs, the first film produced and co-written by A.R. Rahman. A story of a struggling singer who dreams of becoming a composer. A musician's quest to discover his voice, his purpose and his passion. Alongside lead actors Ihan Bhatt and Adilsi Vargas, the film brought together an unusual ensemble. Singer and musician Remo Fernandes, composer Rahul of Indian Ocean, Ranjit Barot, composer, drummer and long-time associate of A.R. Rahman. In other key roles, the film featured Lisa Ray and Manisha Koirala.
म्यूजिक इस दुनिया का एक आखिरी बचा हुआ जादू है।
Released in Hindi, Tamil and Telugu, 99 Songs had 14 tracks. For its soundtrack, Rahman collaborated with Randy Kerber, the American pianist and composer who worked on Titanic, A Beautiful Mind and La La Land, the Budapest Scoring Orchestra, bringing together centuries of Hungarian musical heritage. And when the soundtrack released, the song listed at number 1 was sung by Vijay Yesudas.
How special was 99 Songs?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it was such a ambitious and dream project for Sir. He had written the story and he was producing the film and all those things.
एक गाना दुनिया बदल सकता है। कहाँ है ये गाना?
At that time, it was kind of lockdown, kind of just getting out of that, and we were right in the middle of all that. But somewhere his studio was kind of ready for this shoot, and I think it was one of those first one-off things that happened in our industry where we were doing this live, audio launch / performance of, and like a whole live recording of this whole album, So it's completely something different for that time. I was wearing a cap in that performance because I had buzzcut my hair for a quick, a small role in Ponniyin Selvan. Ponniyin Selvan, the first part, and so like I had buzzcut my hair, I had my beard, but I had buzzcut my hair for a small role that I did. So when I came to the shoot, had this buzz, so I kind of used my cap, and I was, it was kind of a new look for me, just trying something, for the shoot. It was a live performance, and I usually never sing with like a plus track or like a recorded track. I always like to just belt it out live, which is what I kind of did for that shoot. But then obviously they mixed it with the thing finally when it came, when they telecasted it, or when they aired it on the YouTube channel or whatever. So it was a very beautiful experience.
Since Mr. Rahman himself was the producer for 99 songs, was there a change in dynamics, the process in the studio?
Not as far as the recording and that aspect of it. I don't think it's ever changed in that sense. I think that he's always been very consistent and very simple about that, and like it's never been just because it's his own project. It was something bigger, or he's never. I don't think he's ever treated it in that sense. So I think whether it was 99 songs, whether it was OK Kanmani or Ponniyin Selvan, even Cuddle to Shivaji. I think from then to now, none of that has ever really changed the way he records. That's always been very, very, I think, consistent.
How do you look at your own song, as it was central to the story and to the central character who is finally realizing his dream of creating a song of his life?
I think exactly that it was kind of the main, like, he's finally accumulating all his thing and finally making his like 100th song, like kind of like that kind of a concept in a way. I didn't think of it as like, oh, this is so much pressure, that kind of thing. It was more of like really beautiful to be put in that place. So
do you think if 99 songs was not released around the COVID period, the film would have done much better?
yeah, and I think even the song would have reached a lot more people than it probably did. But still, I think, like, nevertheless, like I said, even like when I did this role in Ponniyin Selvan, it didn't come in the final cut, but the experience of working with Mani sir and his team and Vijay and like all during those few scenes that I shot, that was a surreal experience as an actor as well. But like it's like that, so when you record such songs, even though it might not reach where it reached, but it's still there for people to listen if they want to, and it's for us, we brought out something really beautiful.
From Ilaiyaraaja to A.R. Rahman, from Roja to Thug Life, Mani Ratnam, like never before. Full interview, uncut, uncensored. Rahman Music Sheets, only on O2 India. Streaming now on YouTube. Find its link in the description.
You sang this song in Telugu also. When you sing a song in more than one language, is there a scope for any improvisation?
I mean, that happens sometimes. I mean, see, Tamil in general, Telugu also has a certain, like a certain beautiful structure that syncs really well with some songs. If you take Goat for example, we recorded the Malayalam original version. Me and Chinmay, we recorded it like some 6 years ago, from the time that it released now. So 6 years ago, and then like 6 years later, we recorded the Tamil, Kannada, and Telugu. I think Telugu as well. I think I recorded all 4 languages. I think only Hindi was I don't know if there was a Hindi. I think only Hindi was a different voice in for my song. Then again, when you record after so many years, you think you want to match that, but then you have a certain different kind of maturity, that your voice also grows a little bit. So then sometimes you can't match it. Sometimes you can sound a little better. So it just different scenarios, different songs. It just works out however it plays out basically.
Coming up next, The Goat Life, marking A.R. Rahman's grand return to Malayalam cinema. Mamanan, starring Udayanidhi Stalin, a song that turned into a sensation. And a deeply personal chapter, what it truly means to be the son of Vijay Yesudas. With more stories, memories and musical treasures, Vijay Yesudas returns in the next episode of Rahman Music Sheets. Stay with us.
The way he works kind of changed my persona of how you go and you sit and learn the song. And because Raja sir's thing was a lot different. We go at 7 o'clock in the morning, you sit and learn the song for an hour, and then with the person who teaches you, and then you get into the song, and then you go and you record, and he'll correct you there and whatnot.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.